It's 7 now as they kick it away.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Jaguars.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, do. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here we go.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Fournette running out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Lucky.
Fournette on the toss to the right. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Here we go. No. Undercut.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Fournette running right. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 30 on second down. Minshew, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
First down, Jaguars.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Safety screaming. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 31, check 31.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Minshew sets to throw. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The tight end Seth DeVal, the intended receiver. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Go back. We got motion. Back up. 44, check. Crunch time, defense.
After the interception, here's Watson. And Stills over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Jim. Check 4. Check the backer. Shoot. Check 50.
Hey, 24.
SOS.
They run high, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
19.
44. Watch the pass. Shoot. Check 37.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Wide. He's checking. Crack 59. Check. 54.
Watson with a give to Miller. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big pickup of 38. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Kill. Switches. 6 guys.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Set up. 70. Indy. Ready.
Now on 2nd and 16. Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Watson on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Switch. Watch the safety.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 30.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watch a slant.
Now it's Miller running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the pass. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Protein spill.
Check 13. Check 13. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Snap.
Fournette. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey, I 7. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Who draw forfeit?
41 to Mike. 41.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Check hot route. Hot.
High 31.
Kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
25.
Kill, kill.
They'll run it again with Miller. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
From the gun on third, Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Alert.
Slam, slam, slam.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Again, it's Miller. Finding some room at midfield. And some room to Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Here's Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And now off to the races down the right side. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it in? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Texans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the end.
How many of y'all came to win? You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I'm coming right. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the